It started with a coffee, then another. Then 6 weeks later, I opened my banking app and saw the number. $612.43 spent on coffee. Just coffee. I stared at it confused. I don't even remember those lattes. What I do remember is the thrill of tapping my card, hearing the barista call my name, the brief dopamine spike as I walked out sipping something overpriced and beautifully forgettable. But here's what shook me. When I stopped, I didn't feel deprived. I felt powerful. It was the first time I'd ever gotten a rush from not spending. That's when the question hit me, what if we could get addicted to saving, the same way we get hooked on spending? Not in a boring spreadsheet way, but in a real, thrilling hit of dopamine way? I didn't know it yet, but that $600 coffee habit was about to change everything. The problem? We're wired to spend, not save. Let's be honest, spending money feels good. That new shoes feeling, or the joy of getting a package at your door. It's exciting, and it's not your fault. Science says our brains are built this way. When you buy something, your brain releases dopamine, the same chemical that lights up when you eat chocolate or get a compliment. That's why shopping can feel like a reward, even when it's hurting your wallet. The problem? Saving doesn't give us the same feeling. There's no quick thrill. No, thank you for saving confetti. Just a quiet bank balance sitting there, not doing much, or so it seems. Add in social media, with people showing off vacations, luxury bags, or their fifth haul of the week, and saving starts to feel boring, like you're missing out. But here's the thing, what if saving could feel just as good or better than spending? That's the question that started everything for me. Can you really be addicted to saving? After skipping a few impulse buys, I started doing something weird. Instead of just not spending, I'd move that money, maybe $5, maybe $20, into a little folder in my savings app called Just In Case. At first, it felt small, but then I checked the balance one random evening. $137. It felt like I'd found free money. And that tiny high I used to get from shopping? I felt it again, but this time from saving. It was like my brain had switched teams. Suddenly, not spending gave me the same rush that buying used to give me. That's when I thought, wait, can saving actually become addictive? Could I trick my brain into loving the gain more than the spend? I started testing new ways to make saving fun, emotional, even exciting. And I discovered 5 strange but powerful tricks that actually worked. Here are 5 weird but genius ways I rewired my brain to love saving. You don't need to be super disciplined or a math genius to enjoy saving money. You just need to trick your brain, the same way stores, ads, and apps trick you into spending. So I use strange but powerful tricks to make saving money feel addictive in the best way. 1. I gave myself a tiny reward every time I saved. Your brain loves rewards. That's why spending feels good. It comes with a prize at the end. So I decided to do the same with saving. Every time I moved money into my savings, even just $5, I'd let myself do something small and fun right after. Watch one episode of a show, have a fancy coffee at home, play my favorite song, and dance around like a maniac. It sounds silly, but it worked. Saving became linked to good feelings, not boring ones. It became a habit that I started to crave. 2. I turned saving into a game, with levels and points. I love games, so I made my money goals feel like a video game. I created a point system. Every $10 saved equals 1 point. Every week I didn't buy anything extra equals 10 bonus points. Every time I said no to something I didn't need equals +5. Then I set levels. Like hitting 100 points equals buying a small treat, and 500 points equals taking a weekend off without guilt. It made saving feel fun and competitive, like I was leveling up in life. And the best part? I was competing with my past self. 3. I made an anti-spending wish list. We all have wish lists, right? But instead of buying things immediately, I created a rule. I had to wait 30 days before buying anything on the list. During that waiting time, I would often forget I even wanted the item. The feeling passed, and the money stayed in my account. I called it my anti-spending wish list. It saved me hundreds of dollars. Sometimes, I'd reward myself by moving the saved money into a fun fund for future travel or experiences. That fund became something I was proud of, for I made saving a social flex. This one surprised me the most. I started quietly sharing my saving wins with a few friends, like how I skipped a $100 online order and moved it into savings instead. Guess what? They started doing it too. We made a little challenge group on WhatsApp. No shame, no bragging, just honest wins. It made saving feel cool, like a quiet flex. Suddenly, saving wasn't something to hide. It became part of who I was. 5. I let AI automate my saving, like a financial butler. This one changed everything. I downloaded a money app. I use Capital, but there are others like Copilot and Monarch that automatically move small amounts of money into savings based on my habits. If I spend less than my weekly average, it saves the difference. Round up a purchase, it saves the spare change. Rainy day outside, it saves $2 automatically. It felt like I had a smart assistant, a quiet little money butler, helping me build wealth in the background. I barely noticed the money moving until one day I checked and saw over $800 saved without even trying. Bottom line, I stopped seeing saving as sacrifice. I started seeing it as a game, a win, a flex, and a new kind of addiction. And once I felt the rush of saving, I never looked at spending the same way again. There was a time when saving money made you look smart, not cheap. Back in the 1940s during World War II, being frugal was actually cool. People saved everything, food, gas, clothes, not just to survive, but to support the bigger picture. Posters said things like, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. Saving was patriotic. Even in the 1950s and 60s, people bragged about how they fixed things instead of buying new ones. Thrift wasn't lack, it was pride. Somewhere along the way, that flipped. Saving became quiet. Spending became loud. We started associating money with showing off, not stacking up. But guess what? That old school mindset is making a comeback. Now, quiet wealth is trending. The smartest people aren't flashing brands. They're stacking assets. Frugality isn't failure. It's freedom. And honestly, it's becoming a flex again. There's a current trend. Why saving is the new spending. Something big is shifting, and you can feel it all over the internet. People are tired of mindless spending. The credit card debt, the pressure to keep up, the stress of living paycheck to paycheck. It's exhausting. And now, millions are starting to ask, what if I just stopped? That's where the new wave comes in. On TikTok and YouTube, challenges like hashtag #NoSpendNovember and hashtag #deinfluencing are trending. Instead of promoting hauls, creators are proudly posting what they didn't buy. Minimalism is hot. Quiet luxury is everywhere. Outfits that whisper money, not scream it. Apps like Capital and Copilot are making saving feel like a game. Every roundup, every microtransfer feels like a win. AI tools track your progress and celebrate your goals. Gen Z and millennials are leading the charge. Not because they hate spending, but because they want freedom more. They're choosing peace of mind over piles of stuff, time over trends. Saving isn't boring anymore. It's a statement, a lifestyle. And honestly, it might be the most rebellious thing you can do in a world that wants you broke. There's a compound addiction that changes everything. Here's the wild part. Once saving becomes a habit, it starts to compound, not just in your bank account, but in your mind. A few dollars saved daily turns into thousands over time. Add investing, and suddenly you're building wealth in your sleep. But it's more than money. Saving gives you options, space, confidence. You stop buying things to feel good, because you already do. And the more you save, the more you want to save. It becomes a new kind of addiction, not to spending, but to freedom. And that changes everything. Saving doesn't have to feel like missing out. When done right, it feels like winning. Start small, make it fun, celebrate every dollar kept. Because the real high isn't in the checkout line. It's watching your future grow, one decision at a time. You've felt the shopper's high. Now try the savers. Ready to flip the script on your money habits? Start your own Savers High Challenge today. Then come back here and drop a comment. What gave you a bigger high, buying it or saving it? If this video sparked something in you, share it with a friend who's always just browsing. Let's make saving go viral. And remember, you're not boring for saving. You're just early. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next.